to quiet down enough to actually hear him. And when he finally spoke, his words didn't just echo, they cut. When Tiger Woods broke his silence, it wasn't in front of flashing cameras or a roaring crowd. It was quiet, deliberate, calm, and steady. No theatrics, no anger, just clarity. He spoke not to defend anyone, but to remind everyone that golf has always been a game of respect for the course, your opponent, and yourself. He acknowledged the tension, the crowd behavior, and the disappointment at Bethpage, but didn't point fingers. Instead, he turned the lens back on everyone who loves the sport. We all share responsibility, he said, urging players, fans, and officials to reclaim golf's dignity. Tiger praised Luke Donald's poise under pressure, subtly nodding to leadership, rooted in calm, not chaos. Without naming names, Woods made his point. Greatness doesn't shout, it breathes. His message wasn't nostalgic. It was urgent. You can't build legacy on disrespect, he said softly, offering a creed more than commentary. In that moment, the narrative shifted. Fans debating the Bethpage incidents now had something higher to focus on: integrity. Woods gave golf a mirror, showing not just its mistakes, but its potential. His words rippled through the sport like a soft, tide-shaping stone. Within days, legends followed, not to contradict, but to echo what they'd long felt. Tom Watson called Woods' message the breath of truth the game needed, a bridge between shame and accountability. Gary Player, whose earlier outburst had branded the event the worst ever, softened after Tiger's comments, admitting his frustration came from love for a game that once demanded decorum. Tiger reminded everyone what golf truly means, and, perhaps, we all needed reminding. His words carried reflection rather than rage. Players once furious now sounded hopeful. Even the loudest critics found calm in Tiger's honesty. Jack Nicklaus, ever the voice of legacy, added his weight to the movement. In an interview with Sports Illustrated, he said, "That's what leadership looks like. Not volume, vision." He proposed new standards, more authority for referees to control fan behavior, clearer codes of conduct for spectators and players. The conversation was shifting. Outrage was becoming reform. The game was beginning to listen to itself again. Together, Woods, Watson, Player, and Nicklaus formed a chorus of wisdom anchored by Tiger's calm conviction. Across social media, podcasts, and practice greens, a new phrase emerged: protect the game. It wasn't a slogan, it was a mission. Golf's legends had turned frustration into purpose, criticism into stewardship. As their message spread, the quiet pride that once defined the sport began to stir. Maybe the 2025 Ryder Cup wasn't golf's fall from grace, it was its wake-up call. The chaos at Bethpage stripped the sport bare, but in that vulnerability, something powerful grew. It wasn't about blame anymore. It was about shared responsibility. Tiger's words didn't accuse, they awakened. In the weeks that followed, a strange calm settled over golf. Locker rooms, practice ranges, even commentators carried themselves with more care. Players shook hands longer. Fans cheered softer. It wasn't perfect, but it was progress. The honesty of Woods, Nicklaus, and Watson became the mirror golf needed to see itself clearly again. Headlines shifted from chaos to reflection. Respect was quietly returning. The PGA of America began talks about new guidelines, real authority for marshals, stricter crowd conduct codes, and better mental health resources for players. These weren't punishments, they were promises. Promises that the sport would protect what made it special, its integrity. Tiger's calm conviction accomplished what no trophy could. It restored belief not just in the players, but in the spirit that holds them together. Golf wasn't just recovering. It was remembering who it was. And then, in one of those quiet, almost sacred moments only golf can create, the cameras caught him. Tiger Woods walking the practice fairway at dusk. Bag over his shoulder, No fans, no applause. Just the rhythm of his steps and the wind in the trees. The sun sank behind him, casting golden light, the air still. His words echoed softly, almost like prayer. For Tiger Woods, honesty isn't about judgment, it's about protecting the game he loves. Maybe that's how golf finds its way back to grace, through the man who redefined greatness for a generation. But in February 2025, during his team's debut match, Tiger made a mistake that left fans stunned. Misreading his distance as 99 yards instead of 199. He confidently selected a wedge, only to watch the ball fall embarrassingly short. Silence turned to laughter even from his own teammates. Later, Tiger admitted it was one of the most embarrassing moments of his career. The irony was striking. A golfer famed for precision undone by a simple yardage misread. In the tech-driven environment of TGL, every miscalculation felt symbolic, not a glitch in the simulator, but a crack in the focus of a man who built his empire on control. Was this a fluke or the first sign of something deeper slipping away? Analysts and fans quickly asked the question, is Tiger chasing his greatest comeback or courting his biggest mistake? This wasn't new territory for Woods. Long before TGL, his history was a blend of brilliance and self-imposed challenge. Legendary golfer Gary Player once said, Tiger's obsession with swing coaches after reaching his peak cost him rhythm and identity. Each tweak in mechanics chased perfection that was already achieved, turning mastery into overcorrection. That relentless need to evolve extended beyond technique. Tiger's early physical regimen, once meant to build invincibility, shredded his knees and back, shortening his prime. Endurance became fragility, from constant swing changes to comebacks after injury. Tiger's career has followed a cycle of push, break, and rebuild. Each return carried flashes of magic, his 2019 Masters victory. The iconic fist pump, but also reminders of loss. By 2025, the mistakes weren't just physical or mechanical. They stemmed from a deeper place, a refusal to release control, to adapt gracefully. A pursuit of perfection that had become its own addiction. And then came TGL, a high-tech simulator golf league promising to revolutionize the sport. With cutting-edge technology and star investors, it was pitched as the perfect bridge between golf's tradition and the digital future. Tiger Woods, ever the innovator, stepped boldly into this new frontier. Even as the world watched, knowing that reinvention carries risk, that even legends can stumble in pursuit of greatness. Tiger Woods wasn't just participating, he was leading. As co-founder and the face of TGL, his influence gave the league instant credibility. But when the league debuted in early 2025, things went awry. From a yardage blunder to timing glitches, the spectacle felt unpolished. CBS Sports and the Associated Press praised the ambition. But headlines told a harsher truth. Innovation without precision can look like chaos. For the first time, Tiger wasn't chasing victory on the course. He was defending his reputation in the court of public perception. Fans were split. Some hailed his move into virtual competition as visionary proof of evolution beyond traditional golf. Others saw it as a distraction-y vanity project, leaning on nostalgia and name recognition. Social media mirrored that division. Admiration clashed with mockery. Woods had become the brand, not just the athlete, and that brand now seemed at risk. The irony was stark. The man who once set modern golf's standards, whose shadow others chased, was now chasing trends. In trying to future-proof the game, Tiger risked sacrificing what made him timeless. The lingering question, has he built a legacy empire or a monument to a legend who couldn't stop reinventing himself? After nearly 3 decades on golf's biggest stage, Tiger became eligible for the PGA Tour Champions, the senior circuit where legends like Phil Mickelson and Ernie Els extended their careers gracefully. The logic seemed clear. Shorter rounds, lighter travel. Golf carts luxuries for a body that has endured countless surgeries. Yet Tiger hesitated. Joining would feel like surrender. He didn't just want to play. He wanted to prove he still belonged among the elite. Stepping down could signal that his prime was truly over. Friends and insiders say pride still drives him. Unlike Mickelson or Els, who embraced new tours and realities, Tiger is caught between legacy and identity. Each missed cut, each setback amplifies the question fans now whisper. Is he protecting his legacy by staying, or eroding it by refusing to evolve? For over 2 decades, Woods has been more than a golfer. He's been a global icon, a force of nature, the measure of greatness. But in 2025, his aura of invincibility feels fragile. From the TGL misstep to hesitation about the senior tour, the legend once untouchable now confronts questions about identity, direction, and pride. What once looked like evolution now risks appearing as erosion. His story remains one of control over his game, his image, his destiny, but for the first time. That control faces its greatest challenge.